Now, we mentioned earlier before we went out to the commercial, but it is going to look like a national finals rodeo here as we start things off with Lita Scott Price. Of the 9 contestants that you will see in the barrel racing tonight, 5 have been qualifiers for the national finals rodeo right here in this arena. Lita Scott Price from Reno, Nevada. She turns in a time, a pace-setting time of 13:68. Well, barrel racers, I'll guarantee you are going to like what you see on this month's Rodeo Video Magazine. We've got a lot of it for you. This is Nicole Hoffman underway. A little bit wide on that first turn. This horse can get in the ground and can scoot to the finish line. Her time is 13:88. I think we're going to see a lot of 13s around here tonight. Here's Suesan Encinas from Pine Top Lakeside, Arizona. Watch her. A little bit wide on that first turn. Heads to the top of the pattern. Now, here's where the crowd helps her. The in-house crowd of the Thomas Mack Arena. They are great. Susan's time, 14:79. She is going to be a little bit off of pace. Jackie Payton. This first barrel is kind of costing some of our gals some precious time, as we've seen a lot of them go wide around that first barrel. And as she heads to the timeline, it is 14:36 for Jackie Payton. Here's Gloria Fleur. Now, you can either go to the left-hand side or the right-hand side first. She elects to go to her left-hand side barrel. A lot of horses will run to the left-hand side better than they will to the right-hand side. It doesn't matter in professional rodeo which barrel they turn first. She is 14:36. Tammy Childers. Another wide turn on this first barrel. Second barrel is completed. We have seen penalty-free runs so far. You knock the barrel down, and it's going to cost you a 5-second penalty. Childers' time is 14:59. There's Rosa Morin on a good yellow horse. This horse can run. Also, you keep into consideration that it is a little different for these gals to run these horses in an inside building than it is outside. And that may be some of the problems that we're seeing here. This is Jo Turley. Nice turn around that barrel. Look at this horse. He takes that nose. He's got a lot of bend, or a lot of flex is what we call it, in his body as he comes around these barrels. Jo Turley's time, 14:20. I thought that would have been a little faster than that. Here's Connie Rex. Now, these horses come off that barrel, line up, and the next thing they want to look for is the next barrel that they run to. 14:98 for Connie Rex. Shelly Kendall. Here's a gal that has been in the barrel racing business for a good number of years, and we see her as well turn a little wide on that first barrel. 14:09. We go now to Rona Butler. She makes her home in Colorado. As we talk about the cloverleaf pattern, they're talking about 3 turns, either 2 to the right, 1 to the left, or 2 to the left and 1 to the right. It doesn't matter which side of the pattern you start on. We will normally see most of our gals start to the right-hand side. Rona turns in a nice time of 13:90. 13:90. Now to Aaron Siegel from Temecula, California. Take a look at this horse, the way he gets around these barrels. This one is smooth. There's 2 of them. 1 more to go. Did you see how she lifted that inside foot as she went around that barrel to keep from tipping it over? You knock one down, it'll cost you a 5-second penalty. She is going to be penalty-free and smooth with a 13:84 for Aaron Siegel. Let's go to Marlene Eddleman McRae from Oakdale, California. Take a look at this gal. And the way she runs the barrel, the 1984 champion of the world, she is on her famous horse, Dunkwalk. And as she goes in across the finish line, a nice run for her of 13:91.
She moves into the money. 13:91.
Terry Tackett, here is another National Finals Rodeo qualifier. And as I said earlier at the top of the program here, we have got some of the best contestants in the business. You are seeing many that have been right here in this arena. Terry Tackett makes a nice run. And we cross the finish line. 13:58. That is going to put her to the lead in the barrel racing. 13:58, and she goes to the lead in the second round. Look at this. That horse off of that barrel keeps from knocking it down. We are underway right now with a gal that is currently 8th place in the standings of the WPRA. This is Angie Metter from Oklahoma. She makes her home. What's up? You got a little trouble on this run here now. She knocks that barrel over. You see the 5-second penalty assessed. She is 19:08 on her time. Here's another contestant that makes her home in Oakdale. This is Marlene Camarillo. She as well has been to the National Finals Rodeo and is riding a nice horse here. It can really scoot around these barrels. Look at this. Look at this. 1387. We are running them into 13s tonight. Here's a traveling partner with Marlene Camarillo. This is Kim Birch. As well out of Oakdale, California. All right, now she tries to get that horse lined out. As they come into this barrel, who knows what they're going to see. The first thing they want them to see, however, is that right-hand barrel. Run to it and make a nice turn. She's made all three successfully here, and the time is 13:77 for Kim Birch. Here is Ember Givens. Now you take a look at this brown horse and the way he can turn these barrels. You talk about some athletic ability. We are seeing it right here in the barrel racing with our horses. Many of these horses will come off the racetrack and they have got some great speed. 13:61, a nice run for Ember Givens. Look at this. As this horse comes around the barrel and heads to the next one, he is gassing it, isn't he? Let's go now to Shelly McClain. I like gray horses, and she is riding a big, strong, powerful one here. Nice. 2 turns successfully made, and we head to the top of the pattern. The third one is looking good. See how this horse reaches out and runs? We'll move now to our last contestant in the barrel racing. This is Judy Godfrey. Take a look at this sorrel horse and the way he runs. Notice right there, Judy switches hands as she gets to that second barrel. She wants to stay sitting right in the center of that horse and right on top of that saddle. She makes a nice run. We keep running them in the 13-second mark. She is 13:83 for Judy Godfrey.